breathe. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ksmyq2 here. Today I'm going to show you guys my updated makeup routine slash tutorial. I did film a video months ago, and I mean like 5 months ago, and I posted it on my YouTube. But about that video was supposed to be only for like 4 people to watch, but it had a lot of views. It had almost 10K. So obviously I did change up my makeup routine. I implemented a lot of new steps and just a whole bunch of new things. So I definitely want to share that with you guys, and hopefully you guys like it. So before I start my makeup, I really like to prep my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go wash my face. I'm gonna moisturize. I'm gonna show you guys what I use. So I just washed my face. I'm gonna show you guys what I use. So I use the Cetaphil moisturizing face wash, and then I use just a CeraVe moisturizer. These two just work fine. They're not like overstripping or anything. I used to have really oily skin, so I used to use Pinoxyl, but I moved to that. I just think it's good for now. It's not harsh and it's nice and it's moisturizing. So the first thing I'm going to go in with is my primer. I like to use this one by BADDIE Creations. I like it because it gives me that airbrush and flawless look. Now that I put on my blurring primer, I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyebrows. I like to use this pomade by Maybelline Eye Studios, and I like to use it by using this setting spray. I go ahead and I spray it a little bit, and then I take this angle brush and I go ahead and dab it around. So I just kind of lightly put that around. I like to outline my eyebrow to get the shape that I want. And I fill it in with any excess product on the angle brush, just so that I can make that nice and bold. Head with a little like spoolie, and I kind of just blend that around so that it just looks a lot more nice. I don't know. Okay, so now that I'm done filling in my eyebrows, I like to carve them out. On the top, I use foundation, and then on the bottom, I like to use concealer. I have 2 options for foundations. When I'm feeling a little more high-end or extra, I use a Lancome foundation. When I'm feeling, just regular or just going to school, I like to use the Fit Me foundation. Both of these are just amazing, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use the Fit Me. Okay, so before I apply any actual base product, I like to spray using a setting spray or a hydrating spray. I'm just going to use this one, which is really moisturizing and hydrating. Okay, so now we're gonna get started on carving out my eyebrows. I'm gonna use the Fit Me foundation, and I'm gonna go ahead and carve the top. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my concealer, and I use a Ksmyq2 concealer. I really love this one because it leaves such a full coverage finish, and it's also pretty dewy, so I absolutely love the after finish of this. Okay, so now that I carved them out, I like to spray it with my setting spray. That way it just gives a much more flawless look. God, I love chambayo. If you guys don't know what chamba chai is, Google that. Go get you some. Get yourself some of that big pack at Costco. I drink that almost every day. So once I'm done carving it out, setting it and everything, I like to blend it all out using this little brush. Okay, so now that I'm done blending it all out, I like to use the Fit Me foundation just for my entire face as well. Once I'm done blending it out with the brush, I like to go in using a powder puff. That way I can leave a nice finish. Okay, so now that I'm done blending that all out, I'm going to use my concealer. Okay, so I know I look a little crazy, but this is where I place my concealer. Okay, so now that I put on my concealer, I like to put in my bronzer. I use this one. This is the Can't Stop Won't Stop by NYX, and this is just a concealer, so I get it in a darker shade. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend out these areas. Now I'm going to blend out my bronzer using this big brush. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend out this concealer using my powder puff. Okay, so now that all of that is blended out, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my nose contour palette, and I just use this brown shade right here. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my powdered foundation. I like to use this Fit Me powder. This one leaves such a flawless finish, so I actually apply it with a brush like this one, pat it around, and I like to put this on the center of my face. I like using this because it creates extra coverage and it also just sets everything in place. Now I'm going to go in with my setting powder, and I like using the Fit Me one. So while that's baking, I like to go in with highlight, and I use this one. This is just a pixie stick dust thingy. I don't know what it's called, but I got it off Temu. This is just a gold one, and I like to kind of just hit that, and then I kind of put that on my nose. So while I'm baking, I also like to go in with powdered bronzer. I actually just use this shade on my eyeshadow palette. I like to dust off this setting powder, but I leave my nose setting on. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my blush, and I like to use this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush. I don't know what shade it's in, but it's super pretty. It's pink, and it has like a little bit of like gold sparkles in it. So I don't really like to put a lot of blush or bronzer on the center of my face. I like to keep that relatively like bright and just highlighted. So I kind of just focus the blush on the outer areas of my face. I'm done with all of that. I'm going to go ahead and just stuff all the setting powder on my nose. Okay, so now I'm going to get started on my eyeliner. I just use this one from Dollar Tree. I kind of just keep it basic. Okay, so now that I put on my eyeliner, I like to bake underneath the eyeliner. That way it could just look super bold and just like more out there. Okay, so for my next step, I'm gonna go ahead and put some eyeliner in the corner of my eye and then a little bit on the bottom as well. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I get started on my lips. So now for the center of my lips, I have to go in with this Jeffree Star lipstick. This is in the shade Ksmyq2. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and dust off the powder. Okay, so now that I put on my setting spray, I like to go in with this ColourPop cream highlighter. It's on the inner corner of my eyes. So for lashes, I'm kind of picky. I like when they're really full and long, or if they're not long, I want them to just be at least full. So I actually ordered these two off Temu. It's one of these stacked with one of these. But first, before I get started on my lashes, I'm going to go ahead and go in with some mascara. I like using this one from Mexico. So now I'm going to go ahead and put on my lashes, and I like to use the Blush Couture super strong lash glue. What I do to keep it, you know, on all day is I actually put it on my lid and the lash itself. Okay, so now that I'm done with my eyes, I go ahead and highlight the rest of my face. I use the same one, and then I kind of just put this on my cheekbones and on my brow bones. Okay guys, this is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you guys on the next one.